Hello, everybody. It's Alex Ihama, and I just want to welcome you to this yet another corporate program, but this time on one of the most important concepts. In fact, one of the most overlooked concepts in the corporate world and in the business world. And you know, when I mention corporate world, sometimes people who are small business or maybe a one-man entrepreneur or one-woman entrepreneur, they say, well, this is not for me. Listen, if you want to grow and become the Coca-Cola in your industry, if you want to grow and become the Apple in your industry, if you want to grow and if you want to grow at all, you need to learn how the big organizations do it. And I have the opportunity and the great honor, actually, to be executive coach to billionaires, people, organizations that are, doing great things. I've been involved in the execution of over $1 billion worth of projects in different capacity. I have helped in the transformation of so many organizations and even arms of the government. But this is not about me. If you're watching this, obviously you probably would have done your research anyway. But what I'm basically saying is I have condensed a lot of experience, a lot of education, and a lot of awareness on how to grow a business, how to achieve exponential growth, as I say, if you've gone through some of my program. But this particular program is the psychology of customer service experience. There's a psychology behind everything, right? This is how do you provide a service to your clients in such a way that they will never leave you. I often talk about the story. You may have heard me say this, or maybe not. But I went for a soccer game with my son, and I was talking to the other parent, who actually was a grandparent, who came to watch the grandson playing soccer, and he was telling me that of course he's retired, and he was so good in what he did with regards to sales and customer service that the company paid him over $1 million just to reveal some of his secrets because he did so well. And one of the things he would often tell me is, he had a notepad. He would write even when he's talking to his clients, even the name of their dog, the name of their kids. And when he's talking to them on the phone or paying them a visit, he makes it important to ask and say, oh, by the way, how's your daughter Michelle? Or how's your daughter Margaret? Or how's your daughter Mary? Customer service, it's not a program. Even I'll call this and say this is a customer service program, certification program. But in an organization, it's a culture. And that's what I really want to emphasize, is the culture. I have experienced if you're like me and you go to stores, you make phone calls, the first thing that ticks you off is when you don't get service. It's not that the product is not good, right? So Apple, for instance, they thrive on customer service. Their product is excellent, but they thrive. Most people go there because of the customer service they receive. And over the course of this program, you're going to go through 5 modules, right, that are going to literally reorient your mindset. And if you're an executive watching this, going to transform your organization completely. 5 modules you're going to go through. Module number 1, I'll be introducing you to the concept of customer service. Module number 1 will be the concept of customer service. I've spoken to a lot of customer service representatives. I've spoken to executives, and I've asked them to define customer service, and many of them couldn't. Right? If you can't define the position you hold, how effective are you in that position? Right? So I'm going to share with you a definition that is universal, a definition that is deep, a definition that is profound, a definition that will stick, a definition that will transform and continue to renew your mind with regards to customer service. Module number 2, I'll be talking about the benefits of exceptional customer service. I'm not just talking customer service. If you notice, I'm always putting the word or the prefix exceptional. It has to be exceptional, or else it's not customer service in the first place. So module number 2, I'll be talking about the benefits. Like everybody needs to hear this. The benefits, everywhere from the president of the nation to the mail guy in the room in the post office, you need to hear what the benefits are. People don't understand it. You know, I often say this, right? I do a lot of sales conferences. I travel around the world and I'm speaking to hundreds and hundreds, if not even thousands of sales reps in organizations. And I tell them, I say, listen, your sale is not closed until your relationship is open. Your sale is not closed until your client has experienced exceptional customer service. Your sale is not closed, right? They may have signed a final contract, but if their first call gets them irritated, then you haven't made any sale. You've stolen money. That's what you've done. You've stolen money, right? You know, you've stolen money. So then the third module, I'll be talking about the characteristics of a customer service rep. Characteristics. You tell me right now, what are the 7 characteristics of an exceptional customer service rep? I go through organizations. I've been to big banks, I've been to bakeries, I've been to schools, I've spoken in government agencies, I've sat and consulted with Fortune 500 CEOs, and they say, oh, you know, the qualification is, you know, we often ask for at least a bachelor's degree, and sometimes no. Those are not the characteristics. Those are not the characteristics. Those are nice to have. But there are 7 characteristics that, you know, when you find them in somebody, you know that person will be a superstar in the organization. And then, you know, the 4th one I'll be talking about, then I'll be introducing you to the 7 organic laws of exceptional customer service experience. The 7 organic laws of an exceptional service experience. 7 organic laws. And if I share that right now, without having walked you through the other modules, you won't be able to maximize the laws. Remember, there are laws that govern everything. Laws are governing us even right now, right? There are laws that govern the universe. Laws that govern, you know, the finance, economics, right? Law of diminishing return, the law of gravity, we can put them out. But these laws are universal. They are organic. They are transferable. They are impactful. They are transformative. Come on, somebody, right? So I'll be sharing that, and finally, I'll be talking about after exceptional service. So beyond exceptional service. So now, if you've learned all this, you've reoriented the mind of your customer service rep. What next? And I'm going to tell you how you can use customer service. And I tell people, they hire me and say, Alex, build us a corporate strategy, 3-year, 5-year corporate strategy. And I tell them, no strategy supersedes that of an exceptional service. Once again, I thank you for signing up for this program. This is the, you know, customer service certification program. You'll be learning about the psychology of customer service experience, which includes the 7 organic laws of exceptional service experience. I'm looking forward to walking this journey with you. I believe that the fact you are watching this means you are determined about the change that must occur in your organization. You're determined about the transformation that must occur in your culture, the shift that must occur in the mindset of your employees. Yeah, I'm so happy to see the outcome, and make sure that, you know, feel free to use some of the mediums on this program to send me an email. You know, we'll be having some live classes as we go along as well, to answer questions that pop up in your mind during this journey. I look forward to seeing you in the first module.